Hello, dear friends at the Harp Guitar Gathering. We miss you.
We miss everybody. Sorry we can't be there at this year's Harp Guitar Gathering. So we thought we would do a little quick video for everybody and give a little bit of a shop update / luthier forum presentation. Take you through some of our builds that we're currently working on, which this year was a monumental year for us.
We've been very busy, extremely busy.
I think we had 12 or 13. I think we might have hit 13 at one point builds at the same time.
We've had a dozen builds on the board all the time for the past year.
Yeah, since January or something.
And when one gets shipped out, another one comes in, and
just kept it full.
We've had a dozen.
I think I shipped 3 at one time.
We got down to 8, and then we were back up to 11.
And then came back up to 12. So yeah, we're keeping cranking, and which is great. We like being busy. We had to push some of our dates back a little bit, but that's a good problem to have. We really enjoy the work that we're able to do, and to keep ourselves learning new things, expanding our skill sets, and trying new things out. So hopefully we'll take you through some of that stuff here.
A little bit of new equipment, a laser engraver and a CNC machine, probably since we saw everybody last.
I think so. I think I told them about the CNC last time, but this year we got the laser engraver to do some fancier inlay stuff in-house, and I'll show you some of that.
Thanks to Nate for sharing all our Instagram and Facebook pictures on the Harp Guitar page. It's a lot of fun to see those.
The Facebook group,
a little bit of.
That's our goal. Every time we share a post, we hope Nate shares it for us, and if we do, then we consider it a successful post. It's our litmus test.
And we're back to playing some gigs. We played a gig last night to a full house at our local pub, and that was a lot of fun. We gave a shout out to all the pickleball players, and we had a huge crowd down there, and had a great show. A lot of fun.
Good times, yeah. It wasn't too terribly busy. I think they had most of the tables full, but we played a great set and had our guest fiddler Woody come in and play fiddle with us, and maybe we can get some video of him sometime and share. But anyways, I think that's all we wanted to say here, other than we miss everybody. We miss you guys. It's been too long. Hopefully we can come see you guys in person next time, and wish everybody a happy gathering.
Yeah, I'm going to be spending the weekend in Florida. The Harp Guitar Gathering 2 years ago was Michelle and my second date, and I guess she will be moving to Sandpoint in March or April this year.
And there's any other announcement you want to make in that term?
So you can give us a congratulations. Hopefully we'll be able to come and see you guys again next year or the year after.
No, there was some kind of announcement you were going to make, I think, that had to do with that. No?
That was pretty much it.
That was it? Okay. I'll prod you some more on that one later, but really I wanted to talk about, I think Paul Price is going to be there this year. I've been in contact with him. He commissioned a harp guitar from us, and actually right now it's in the spray booth. I'll show you that, where it's at, and so, but by the time you guys are watching this video, it should be there in the room with you. Hopefully he is there and was able to bring it to the gathering. But first I want to show you this harp guitar that is just now finished. It's going to get shipped out on Monday, but I thought since it's here, we got you guys captivated here with us. I can kind of tell you a little bit about it. We've been doing a lot of nylon string instruments, and this one has this kind of fancy curly redwood that we've been hanging on to for a long time. I don't want to sell any more of this redwood. We want to keep the rest of what we have, which there's maybe not much left, 4 or 5 tops or something is all, and then some smaller pieces. We do have some other redwood we're working with, but this was a special build for a gentleman out of Texas whose 50th anniversary gift is this harp guitar to his wife, and we're really happy about them getting that. I wrote their anniversary dates in here on the label on the inside, but she was a multi-instrumentalist player, and he really over the years has bought her several instruments and thought this would be a really unique one for their 50th. But has 7 super trebles, so we got all the extra octave range on there. I just love how the nylon trebles sound. They're so haunting and pretty.
And 7 sub bass strings too.
Then with the 7 subs, right, so you have that full octave down there. And then the difference, the way I tune it is I have an F right there, so I have my E and F. Tune still.
Just got strung up.
Still don't have much worked out on the trebles. It sounds great. That redwood really colors the nylon string projection well. It has a little bit more of a fundamental, I think, compared to the cedar. Yeah. So it is good. It is a good combination. This has black walnut back and sides, and I did a glossy top. I don't know if you can kind of see that in the light. You can probably see some light reflecting off. You can. That's one thing we offer sometimes. If they do want to have a glossy finish, we'll do it on the top. And I think it actually looks kind of cool with the satin on the back and sides with the glossy top.
Works pretty well. Dave spent a lot of time recently redesigning the guitar necks of all of our designs, and we've gotten a little bit more material at the volute area and a little narrower of a profile, a little different D shape to the neck, and so we're really happy with the way that's turning out, and our CNC machine's really coming in handy with all that stuff.
Yeah, I thickened it up just a little bit right here,
but then thinned it out down here where it's the
It's about the same here. This is all the same, yeah. It's just we get a little bit more thickness right here because we're not. I don't think we're doing the scarf joint anymore. We just cut that out of one piece now. So we wanted to add a little thickness there to reinforce that head up there. And then the CNC cuts it to a perfect dimension on the nut width. That was the one thing I wanted to make sure to do. We used to kind of leave some overage, and then you would true that in by hand. And this is a little bit more accurate, more consistent. So we're happy how that's turning out. And this is a little bit, I don't know if Tim, you can zoom in on there on that inlay right here. This is some of the new laser engraved inlay. Kind of twist a little bit, see if we can get some light reflecting off of that. Little hummingbird with our morning glory flower on it. And yeah, this one turned out really nice. I think they're going to be happy. I think she'll be very happy with the build. And but let's not talk too much. Let's show them around the rest of the shop. We have the opportunity of showing you some of the other stations and some of the other builds we're working on. So let's do that. All right, this is Paul Price's harp guitar, which, like I said before, hopefully it's in the room with you guys now. I think he's going to plan on bringing it, but right now it's in the spray booth getting a little touch-up. I was having a little bit of trouble with my gun, and so I wanted to do another coat on the top of this build to make it a nice clean finish on the top. But as you can see, we do a little bit of a different shape headstock on the harp head. I kind of added this point down here, and this is to make room for sharpening levers, of course. They need a little bit more room for that hardware to mount down here. Paul didn't want to put the levers on right away, but he wanted the option to do that in the future. So I went ahead and put our L, we're calling it the L headstock. So this will be a S14NL because he has 14 strings, a 7-string guitar neck,
Don't forget about the cutaway.
With the cutaway, so it's an NLC, right? The S14 NLC with the cutaway. So, Paul, hope you're really enjoying that harp guitar now. I feel weird talking about it in past tense and future tense at the same time. That's kind of interesting, but this is kind of how they get mounted like this to spray, obviously. But this one's got some cool inlays. We got a little Chinese lettering up here. This is the word harmony in Chinese. He wanted that on the peg head there, and then the guy's initials here, RJS, the harp head. This is the harp guitar that has the giant dragon on the fretboard, which is now, of course, covered with tape. So this is kind of be really fancy when we're all finished with it. I think it needs one more coat on it, 1 or 2 more coats on here. But yeah, it also has the zip flex purfling around the edge, of course. So that's kind of a somewhat new feature we're doing. I think I had to CNC out the ring to get it the right size. I didn't have the exact bit for our Dremel tool, so I CNC'd out the sound hole and the ring rosette there on both of these sound holes. Kind of cool. This is, I can't remember who's getting this build. We're offering, I have a pretty good relationship with Fishman, and so I really like these black stack humbuckers for guitar. They have adjustable pulls. They're a passive humbucker. They're a little spendy, but they're probably one of the best sounding passive humbuckers. And then my buddy over in Germany makes the flat pup, and that's, I think, thanks to Benoit, who hooked us up with him to do these. What he sells is cigar box pickups, but they're a very slim line humbucker that can fit under the harp strings. I think a lot of the builders already kind of know about those. He's calling these the Sixtus. That's Elmar with flat pup. And this is just a standard model S12 with the humbuckers installed. But I did want to show you this other one. This one is an S12. So this has a cedar top, some of that nice Western red, and this is an S12. It's not a standard S12, but just has a lot more cool inlays on this one. So a mixed shell design on this inlay. I really like how the Morning Glory flowers have the pearl, and then the vine is in abalone. It really makes those fret position markers, which are the flowers, pop out a little bit better when you're playing this thing. You know, the other instrument I have that has this same inlay, the flowers don't kind of stand out as much, so I have a hard time locating myself sometimes. I think this is a little better way to do it, but this one turned out really nice. Yeah, and then I added the hummingbird up there to the Morning Glory on the peg head, so it's kind of another little addition on this build, this inlay package. But yeah, this was a fun one. Not a whole lot else to show you on there. I guess one other thing I would like to show you before I let you go to Tone is the sharpening levers. So I had a little bit of a setback because I wasn't sure I was going to be able to buy any more Dragon Whispers. Apparently Betty is kind of getting older now, and she's not producing as many. She wants to retire, I think. The last I talked to her, in fact, she wondered if I was going to buy her company from her, which I'm not really at the capacity to do. It would be cool if somebody did. They're a great product. I have a bunch of them. She was able to fulfill my orders, so I do have a bunch. But in going through researching sharpening levers again, I've been in touch with a couple of you guys about that with Benoit, of course. I was able to find this other lever, which John Picard has on his harp guitar. I should have just asked him initially, but he has the Reese lever, and as you can see, they're actually very similar in size. They're very close. This is the Reese over here, the silver one, and then the Dragon Whisper, of course, is the gold. They're almost the same size. One of the differences, the Dragon Whisper comes with its own stop that's built onto the lever, and the Reese will have a separate stop. They sell you the stop kind of as its own threaded piece that you just can thread in behind it. They leave room kind of next to it, I think, on this mount block here to put the stop in. I haven't used the stops yet, but I did put this on one of our other models, and I didn't need the stop. So they're a great lever. They're very affordable. I'll have to get you the web link on that, but I think it's a great option for the future of sharpening levers. So I hope that helps you guys out.
This is the latest build I'm working on with a redwood top and some Murado back and sides. So you can see our laser kerfed lining in there. The new laser kerfed lining. Yep, so that's what I've been working on lately. Hang it up here. And so we had our mom come in and help us out during the week, and she made this entire box full of laser kerfed lining. That's about the size of it, I think.
This was some work on the laser engraver that turned out pretty slick. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to do this tight of points on these thorns on here, but the customer wanted this kind of funky looking crown of thorns as a rosette. Yeah, this is going to need a little bit of fill in those couple of tight spots, but I thought the laser engraver worked pretty well, even cutting those little tiny spikes in there. There's, you know, if it gets too tight of a point, then it burns and it doesn't work.
Some of them were not only hard to grab with the tweezers, but they were hard to even see and find. Little tiny points and pieces that went in for that big what is this, an ivy or a thorn?
It's like a thorn crown, thorn bush or something. Yeah,
but, very cool design.
The gentleman wants kind of a dark guitar. And so we're going to give him this other redwood top
using some of this redwood that we got from Santa Cruz, and yeah, it's a nice dark color.
I think it'll look good with the walnut on there.
Walnut and redwood.
Yeah,
one of our favorite combinations.
Yeah, I think we stole that from Mike Doolin. So thanks, Mike, for the walnut redwood combo. That's one of the best sounding combinations. We may do a mandolin for you that way sometime.
Oh, too, maybe so. Yeah, yeah. We'd love to get the CNC working on a carved top instrument one of these days. So, and I'd definitely like to have a new mandolin.
Yeah, we're due for instruments for ourselves. Once we can get caught up, then I can build a couple extras, but we'll see what happens. But I think that's all we have for you folks. So thanks for tuning in, and thanks for watching the update here with us. We really miss everybody, and we're looking forward to next convention. Hopefully next year we'll be able to come over in person and see everybody again and do some jamming. So
we miss you and love you, and we'll see you soon.